Hello everyone, my name is Bianca. I will be on the negative side with my partner here. So we are on the side that prostitution should not be legalized in California. So I have multiple reasons and claims on why. So I'm going to start off by saying them. So one, it dramatically spreads HIV and AIDS. Two, it leads to many of these prostitutes getting raped. And three, it contributes to human trafficking here in California. So let me start off by giving you a little bit more information about prostitution, spreading more information about HIV and AIDS. So a lot of times these prostitutes, they're out in the streets, they don't always have access to condoms. Sometimes, yes, there's outreach programs that are there offering them, giving it to them, but sometimes there's not. So a lot of times, they will have sexual intercourse with their clients and be spreading the disease. And oftentimes, clients will pay more or not pay or will refuse to pay to not use one. And then as well, police often will pull over prostitutes by what they're wearing, where they're located at, what they look like, and possibly arrest them for how many condoms they have on them. So a lot of times, prostitutes are scared to hold a large amount of condoms because that can lead to them getting arrested and not making money. So according to an article, Sex Workers at Risk, after the arrest, I was always scared. There were times when I didn't have a condom when I needed one, said Carol, a slave worker. In the same article I read, it said even if a prostitute is being tested every week for HIV, she will test negative for at least the first 4 to 6 weeks, and possibly the first 12 weeks after being infected. Which means while the test is still becoming positive without the prostitute knowing, the results are becoming known, and the prostitute will expose hundreds of clients to HIV. And then between October 2011 and July 2012, the Health and Human Rights Division found that Los Angeles and San Francisco is to be one of the top cities where condoms were found the most that prostitutes would have on them. Again, in the same article, the Sex Workers article, in Los Angeles County, 59,500 persons are estimated to be living with HIV. That is in Los Angeles only. The state then requires that there's mandatory HIV testing for anyone convicted of a prostitution charge for the first time or with a prior conviction. So basically, there are prostitutes that are aware that they have HIV and AIDS, but they continue doing it because just like us, they need to survive, they need to live, and this is their way to do it. They will spread the disease because they need to survive. Another reason that it should not be legalized is because it leads to many prostitutes getting raped during this process. So according to an article on Prostitution Facts, about 80% of women in prostitution have been the victim of rape. Oftentimes, many individuals who get raped, society doesn't see it as a big deal because they're just prostitutes. And this is what they do for a living. Rape is not only a crime, but it is also a health risk because the attacker will often use force causing injuries. So according to the article, Prostitution Facts, 78% of 55 women who sought help reported being raped an average of 16 times a year by their pimps and 33 times a year by their johns. Their johns are known as their clients, just like the name. So I came across a book, it's called Emotionally Involved, and it was stories of how some prostitutes had gone to jail and then they went to court, and here is the story of one of them. So one of them was walking in the streets of Los Angeles. She was walking, 2 police officers pulled up next to her and were like, hey, you look hungry, let's go get you some food. Instead, they took her out to the desert and they raped her and they left her there. In the book, the victim said, from Emotionally Involved, I was pissed off because I was working and I wasn't getting paid for it. The fact that she is more upset that she didn't get paid instead of the fact that she got raped is just another reason why this cannot be legalized. It's becoming possibly too much of a norm for some of these prostitutes. If prostitution is to get legalized, the numbers of raping prostitutes will only increase. For one of my third and final claims is that prostitution contributes to human trafficking. So human trafficking, what is it? the buying or selling of a person for the purpose of sexual exploitation. As long as there is a demand for sex, people will make sure to provide a supply. So legalizing prostitution will only increase this demand. Often people see sex trafficking as something that victims are forced into, compared to prostitution, where it might be something that more males, females are more voluntarily willing to do. That's not the case. Sex trafficking can be found at brothels, strip clubs, street prostitution, nail salons, massage salons, and so on. According to the Freedom Alliance website, the average girl entering sex trafficking is 12 to 14 years old. A lot of times these girls come from different places. They'll get lured in. Their pimps or whatever their leader are called, any ones who they may have, will often tell them, I can provide you nice things. I can give you the life you've never had. Come with me, all you have to do is do this for me. And they're young, they don't know better, 12 to 14 years old, they'll do it. At the same website, I also found that a man was interviewed on how the first porn he had watched was Western rape pornography. This turned him on so much that 2 months later, he went out and raped someone and got arrested. So later he decided, I'm just gonna rape an actual prostitute because I won't get as much trouble. Legalizing prostitution will spur traffickers to recruit children and women to meet demand. According to the legalization prostitution, it leads to more trafficking. So Amsterdam legalized prostitution in October 2000, and recently started recognizing rates of trafficking into the country have increased since they did legalize it. And it is now beginning to address the enormous hub of trafficking and exploitation that this has created. So again, I just wanted to review my main points to you guys on why we should not legalize prostitution. Again, it spreads HIV/AIDS, whether they know they have it or whether they know they don't have it, because they need to survive. It leads to many prostitutes getting raped. Just like the story I told you, how she was just so upset about the fact that she didn't get paid. It should just be the fact that she was upset that they did that to her body. And again, it contributes to human trafficking. Thank you.